This is the 1985 Ford price guide. This covers every Ford passenger car. Doesn't cover any pickups, commercial vehicles, vans, anything of that nature. It's just sedans, hatchbacks, coupes, and wagons, and convertibles. But from 82 on up, this is the format they're all in. They don't have a nice cover like this 81, late 81, early 82 manual covers. It's just this. They flat out put pricing on both sides, whereas this one is only a pretty cover, and then inside starts all your info and stuff. But this guy is pretty similar to the 84 book, or at least mine is. You can see the print dates. Ain't too crazy far off. This one's September of 83. This one's January of 85. So it's only off by a little over a year. The pricing was between these are pretty similar. I'll vary too much, but the formatting of these is a little different. You can see this one's all one column, this one's two. Kind of stuff like that, but yeah. But these cover every base model price, and then transportation handling fees. But then on the inside, we get to it, and most of these have a spec sheet at the beginning. It goes over some basic dimensions of the car, fuel tank capacity, fuel mileage, things like that. And then on the right here, there's always these tabs, and they list some of the cars that they're for. So that one's for like the Crown Vic, LTD, T-Bird, Tempo, Mustang, Escort. And then EXP always follows Escort. EXP's always last. Let me flip over here. You can see there's the Escort page. I can do videos on these Escort ones some other time, but main focus is EXP stuff. On some of these, this first page will be the 6th position sell. If you're a salesman, this is what you get to preach to prospective buyers. Just some of the neat things that the car has. Nothing too crazy. Next page is where we get to see some of the option packages. You see it says rapid spec packages. It's just a fancy way of saying trim levels. Because in the early to mid 80s, there weren't really trim levels. There were in most Fords, but there wouldn't be in the EXP until 86. We start seeing it in 84 with the luxury coupe and turbo coupe. But otherwise, from 81 to 83, it was solely at 300A, 301A, and 302A. Those were just your package combinations. But here you can see a kind of neat chart that shows what's available and what's not within each one of those package codes. Over here, the chart continues some of the lesser important things. Next page. Over here is where we start getting into the option pricing. Things like automatic transmission, which is not available on the turbo model. You can see when you do have an automatic, you get the heavy-duty battery and better charging system. But things like the air conditioner, you can see that's a $643 value. Some of these prices are pretty wild. I'll go over to the next page, and you're welcome to pause this at any time so you can check each one of these out closely on your own. I'm just trying to make sure I hold the camera steady so you can see each one in the best of light. Pop-up air, $315. Spendy feature. There's a bunch of stereo options and some more interior creature comforts. These manuals don't really cover anything color-wise, whether it's inside or outside. They do go over seat type, cloth versus sheepskin versus vinyl versus the turbo seats. But they don't go over colors or anything. That pretty much covers the EXP pricing. Some of these will have an additional page in the EXP chapter, and it covers fuel economy, which is pretty neat to see and compare amongst all the options here. Because in 83 through 85 you had a lot of engine options, so there were a lot to choose from. And then this one's real handy. It gives the engine info on each of these, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the holy grail, that 1.6 turbo, 120 horsepower and 120 foot-pounds of torque. Flip one more page further. Here is where it goes into detail over the base options, or base features, I should say. They're not optional. And then over here, there's more base features. And the next page, you get to see a neat comparison between the luxury coupe and the base model, and then the turbo coupe versus the base model. Makes for a pretty neat comparison if you're not too familiar with them. And then the last pages of all these shows a monthly payment plan. The interesting chart for it. And then on the back cover, on this one anyhow, that's where the EXP base model pricings are. You can see that turbo coupe is $10,000. That is, let's see, is just shy of a 5-liter high output Mustang for that year. Nope, hold on. Nope, it's actually more than the 3-door coupe. Oh yeah, that would be the hatchback. So EXP turbo costed more than a GT hatch. Also, no, SVO was more this year. Some other years it wasn't. Here's 84 versus 85. It's a neat comparison if you can see it. But that's everything I wanted to cover, so we'll stop here. You can still get these on eBay. I think I nabbed the last two, but they do pop up once in a while. You type up the year you want and then Ford price book. Even though these are price guides, they are books, so people will list them as books. Most books on eBay, people write the word book in the title. So yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.